right, Kevin. I know I'm really excited about this. There's some on here that I haven't tried, but we're going to do ourselves a little flight here, and we're going to walk down these beers. What's the dark stuff here? I'm not much of a stout guy, so sell me on this. What is this?
Yeah, and so this is one of right now we usually have about a dozen different beers on tap. So we're doing a flight of 5, and this one here is the Maple Baltic Porter, which is it's what's fun about a Baltic Porter is a traditional lager, kind of from the Baltic region, sort of range in kind of from Poland, northern Germany up through Poland and the Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania region, and so it's a common beer style in there. It's a little bit stronger. It's usually this one's about almost 8.5% alcohol, and we actually brew it with some maple syrup from a local farmer here in Fresno, and it's really nice. We get a really good deal on it, and they make some great local Ohio syrup.
How many kegs you got to transfer up for the syrup?
So the syrup is I think we used about 10 gallons of syrup, which is a lot.
I always thought this was actually named in honor of Baltic, Ohio, a neighboring town. So is this like your clever little ploy to get all the Baltic folks to try the Maple Porter? Is well played on your part.
I wish I was that smart.
Well, hey man, cheers. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, Nostrovia. Which I know is more Russian, but
well, this would extend over it. The Baltic Porter was actually
that is amazing. I am not a porter guy. But the flavor.
Yeah, so this is
I mean, there's a lot going on. That's well put together.
Well, thanks. Yeah, the first goal of any beer we brew is for it to be drinkable. So we try to make beers to drink, not just to taste. Although it's nice to have a flight to taste some stuff. But this is almost like our double Schwartz beer. Schwartz beers are probably like our second most popular beer that we sell, which is surprising because it's a dark beer. But it's not very light. It's not very heavy in character, and this one's just a double of that basically. So instead of our Schwartz beer is about 4.4% alcohol, this is about 8.5, and
you can feel it.
And it's got it has just some really nice clean malt flavors that range from almost like brown sugar and subtle maple syrup to almost a soft roasty, almost a light toasted marshmallow, when you kind of barely burn and caramelize your marshmallow in the campfire.
Caramelize, that's a fancy word for that. I want to use that next time.
Some dark chocolate maybe, but yeah, and it's clean, so it's not.
All right, Kevin. You're gonna have a hard time beating that porter here. What's next on the docket? That was delicious.
Well, thank you. So this next one is the County Fair Amber. So this is a beer that we brew for the Stockton County Fair, and we just had the county fair, and so we usually have this another specialty beer through the fall, if this 4-Hers could drink beer.
The adults of the parents of 4-H,
they need it. Yeah. Yes. So this is just a nice balanced amber lager that we. It's all it's German malt and German hops, and it's just a nice easy drinking lager.
All right. Oh, that definitely is an amber beer. It's not heavy. Some people would probably look at that and think that's really thick. I'm telling you now, that's pretty light in the mouth and not thick at all. And it's got it keeps changing flavor as it gets farther down my throat, it feels.
Well, that's the thing with beers. They evolve, and it's why I tasted it a couple times. But it's just a soft,
good sipping beer.
Very light, kind of toasted malt character, and again, almost a touch of caramel, but very very light. This is it's a fairly crisp amber. And so it has which lends a nice drinkability to it.
Yeah, it's very drinkable.
And that's a beer. It's just over 5% alcohol. So
yeah, and delicious. That's one that, like he said, all these beers here, these aren't meant for shots and competition chugging. These are for actually sitting down, relaxing, enjoying yourself, and enjoying a good experience with good tasting beer. So that's delicious. Definitely do the amber. 2 for 2. If I hate any of these, check my pulse. But what's next, Kevin?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah. So this next beer is a very
Very light.
It's a very special beer. This is our fest beer.
Ooh,
So we
tell
only
us
have
about that.
we only have this beer once a year, and it is for Oktoberfest. So the last 2 weeks we've been celebrating Oktoberfest, and we still have all of our decorations up and everything. But this beer is especially unique and special this year because it's brewed with a very special barley that was malted by a special person as well. So I'll tell you the whole lowdown on it. So this is in Germany. You have kind of lots of people think that Märzens are traditional fest beers, which they kind of are. But what has it over the years evolved to be the fest beer is basically something that is a little bit more interesting and stronger than your Helles. And so we sell our rustic Helles. That's our #1 selling beer.
Delicious. I've had it.
And so we brew that with some nice German Pilsner malt. But this beer is brewed with barley that was grown in the region of Ondex. So Ondex is in the foothills of the Bavarian Alps in southern Germany, just off the Ammersee near Hersching. And that's about an hour and 15-minute S-Bahn train ride from the Hauptbahnhof in Munich. So that region grows some very traditional malting barleys. And so in this Ondex County, there's a farmer there that grows these, and the family, they supplied the malt to some of the breweries that make some of the best fest beers in Germany. So one of those breweries is Eyinger, so it's in the town of Eying, so it's Eyinger. And another one is Augustiner, and that's sort of like the beer of Munich. And we actually use Augustiner yeast here. And so this is kind of fun beer because we're using Augustiner yeast as well as basically Augustiner malt. But this is barley. It hasn't been malted. So there's a gentleman that was a brewmaster at Eyinger who came to the United States and started a malting company called Epiphany Malt in North Carolina a few years ago, and started making some fantastic malts. And what he does is he has a relationship with this farmer in Ondex County in the foothills of the Bavarian Alps. He buys some barley from that farmer. He malts it here in the United States, and then supplies it to breweries in the United States, craft brewers like us. And so we were fortunate to be able to get some of this very special malted barley and make our fest beer. And this is malt that's made for fest beers.
Am I allowed to drink this? I feel like I should just stare at it for an hour before I even sample it. This is an experience.
The last 2 weeks we have sold hundreds and hundreds of gallons of this. So
hate to hear that, huh? Oh my God. That's good. Yeah. He says good. That's probably one of the best beers I've ever had. It's a shame that this is a limited run. If there's any left when people see this, call in advance and pay forward. Just come down and pick it up later. I promise you. That is. So I feel like I should have some like beer cheese soup with this, or like a big fat pretzel.
Yeah, you have whatever you want.
Smothered in good German mustard. Yeah, the good stuff. None of that Americanized stuff. So
yeah, so that's been a special beer for us, and we still have. We'll probably have it for a few more weeks.
I gotta get more. That's good.
It's one of our favorites.
Absolutely. I hope we didn't hit the climax with the fest beer there, because that was amazing. So how do we follow that up? What do we got next?
Well, let me see. What did I pour over here? I've got...
mystery beer. My favorite game. It's like I'm back in college.
It's going down. This is the Helles.
Oh, the Helles. Oh, one of my favorites. Very good.
Yeah, I wanted to just get it, up close next to the fest beer. And Helles means light in German. So this is if you were in Bavaria and throughout a lot of central Germany, this would be the beer style that you would see. This is beer. This is what everyone drinks. It's beer. This is beer flavored beer. And so this beer is about 5% alcohol. I think ours is 4.9. That fest beer we just had was about 5.5%. But this is our #1 selling beer. We sell about twice as much fest beer as any other beer that we sell here, and it's beer for drinking.
I mean, screw Busch Light. If you want a good light beer, this is definitely one to have. This is a good beer that you can kind of go all in on. You can kind of make a day of it. Pace yourself. Drink plenty of water, folks. Drink very responsibly. But this is a good beer that you can start on, and you don't open up your eyes 10 minutes later and be like, "What did I do to myself?" This is some delicious, smooth, light tasting beer.
Oh, thanks.
We got done having a little chat here between this one about Hefeweizens. It's a big thing in October, especially in the German culture. What's this one here? You said it's pretty close, and let's talk about this one.
Well, and this is a beer you would not commonly find in Germany or Bavaria. Throughout southern Germany, you'll find Hefeweizens all over the place. And Hefe means yeast, and Weizen means wheat. So these are wheat beers that are left unfiltered, so a little bit cloudy because they still have the yeast in them. But this actually is the Roggen, and Roggen means rye. So Weizen, so basically it's almost like a Hefe Roggen. So Hefe Weizen is like a yeasty wheat beer, and this is a yeasty rye beer. And so instead of using wheat, we use rye. And the Hefeweizen, the yeast that's used for Hefeweizen, creates a very unique flavor profile. So this is actually a German ale, and it's a little bit banana-like, and a touch of what we call clove or kind of baking spices, sort of.
All right, let's give it a try. I've said I'm not a big fan of the banana profile, but let's see.
You always have to
I'm not getting a lot of the little bit in the after, like in the back side of it. There's a little hint, but that's not.
And the Roggen.
That's smooth. That's good.
The banana character, which is isoamyl acetate.
Then it's getting better. Like it's stronger.
Is like
better too.
Is the banana character, but there's a lot of other esters too. You almost have some like red apple, like a really ripe red apple, or like maybe some baked apple pie, or even some like banana bread type flavor. So a little more complex. So it's not like straight banana.
No, definitely not. It's more on the back end of it, like the more of like the residue kind of like the yeast, like kind of sticks to your tongue, and the rest of it leaves. You can really start to pick up those banana-like nodes more.
Yeah, and it's almost like a banana bread or something. Like it's.
I don't know. I've never had banana bread that delicious. Hey, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
Appreciate the samples here, man. These
yeah.
have been amazing. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you for hosting us here on Dude Destinations to let us talk about the Woolly Pig Farm Brewery here in Fresno, Ohio. Open every day of the week except for Monday and Tuesday. He's like cringing, like, no, not every day. Monday and Tuesday, that is his recoup days to recover from the madness that is here on the weekends. We're going to be coming back here and capture some of the atmosphere at Woolly Pig Farm Brewery. I'm telling you, it's like a chilled out, laid back party every weekend here at Woolly Pig Farm Brewery. They got food trucks, they got all kinds of events, they dress up in the lederhosen, whatever we got to do to bring Germany here. He was hoping I wasn't going to bring it. If you need to see those photos, you can find them on their Facebook page at Woolly Pig Farm Brewery. You look good in them too, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Do you ever snap the suspenders? Do you ever walk around?
I actually just wear the sweatpant version because then I'm
sorry,
like loose and nimble.
Yeah. I thought this was authentic.
These are like German-made like sweatpant lederhosen. I mean, it's like
okay, you're off the hook. I still think you should rock the suspenders.
in the future.
In the future, we got it here first. So thank you again, Kevin. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll bring you more Dude Destinations here on the Dude Network with Tony Lane. Thank you so much, everybody.